This book hits really close to home for me, and I love it for that reason, but it also gives me that really bittersweet feeling in my soul, and I need other people to hear about it. Hi guys, it's April, and I am going to be doing another review today. Of course, I will do it the same way I do all of my other reviews. I will have the non-spoiler section up front, followed by the spoiled-filled section afterwards. In case you don't want to ruin everything in the story, I completely understand. But otherwise, feel free to stick around for as long as you would like. But I'm just going to jump into it. Several months ago, it was brought to my attention on Facebook of a Kickstarter campaign centered around a children's book. Yes, a children's book. I absolutely could not say no to this book. I needed to get my hands on it. It looked so cute, and it just hit the spot that I really empathize with so much, and that is Fluffy the Hairless Cat and the Midnight Mouse Mission by Nichole G. Webster and illustrated by Kristina Dutton. This is a children's book centered around a Sphynx cat. I have several Sphynx, so this just called to me in so many different ways. This is the story of Fluffy, who is on a mission to capture Arnold the mouse who keeps stealing the cheese. This book is absolutely adorable. I really love what Webster is trying to do with this story and just being content with where you are and the love that you have. I love that so much. The illustrations that Dutton does in this, I love so much. You can just tell by this cover. This is the kind of stuff that I really, really love in children's book, and I think it is such a cute story. There are times in some of the spreads with the way that the text and the illustrations are laid out that things get a little chaotic and a little lost. And there's just some of those layout tweaks that I think would enhance the story and maybe separating out and giving everything a bit more room to breathe so the storytelling and the illustrations can just shine. But overall, it is a very, very cute story. And my favorite part about all of this is that some of the proceeds from the sales of this book is going to HCM research in the Sphynx breed and other cat breeds. So HCM is, I believe, is hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. It's when the walls of the heart start to thicken. This is all based around Webster's own cat, Fluffy, who passed away because of HCM, which is why a portion of the proceeds are going to research like that. And the reason I say that this book is so bittersweet for me is because my first Sphynx, Alethea, she had DCM, which is dilated cardiomyopathy in which her heart enlarges. It's kind of similar to HCM. So I'm really passionate about this research being done to better the lives of cats and all kinds of breeds. It's just, I'm trying not to lose it. It's been 8 years, but it's one of those things that I still really connect to because of all the hard choices and all the things I see happen because of these heart diseases, which is why I want things like this to reach a bigger audience. I want the research to be done. I want solutions to be found. Whew! Give me a second. Luckily, my other two girls, both Nissa and Fia, they're perfectly healthy. They are 9 and 8. They have seen so much life. Alethea, I lost at 3. It doesn't seem fair. And at any moment, something like this could sneak up on them, which is why there is further research into test into finding that specific gene that can tell you if this is something that a cat could be susceptible to. Now, I know a lot of that doesn't have to do with this story, but the fact that this is to help support that research, I can get behind 100%. Plus, I just love the fact that there is something out there with hairless cats. I am a hairless cat lover. They are going to be in my life forever. I absolutely adore them. So if you like cats, if your children like cats, I highly, highly recommend picking up this book because, yes, it's cute, it's adorable, and it helped goes to HCM research. Okay, I'm going to collect myself real quick. Holy cow. Didn't think I was going to lose it during this. So this is the point in the video in which I'm going to switch to some more spoiled-filled thoughts on this story. So if you don't want to spoil yourself, go pick up the book, read it, come back, and we can have a discussion on both the book and HCM research. Otherwise, feel free to stick around, and I'm just gonna start babbling about stuff. Now, because it is a children's book, I don't really have a whole lot of things. It's mainly, there's one part in the book which left me a little curious to why the choice was made, because it seems like we suddenly skip from A to B and we have to kind of try and pick up what actually happened, because we have this whole point in which we have Fluffy who's captured Arnold. He's got him in his hands, and then it doesn't say whether or not that like Arnold bit him or scratched him or what, but he managed to get away from Fluffy. And it's just kind of, I feel like there's like a small piece of text that could have been added to fill out that part of the story. And like I said, I feel like there are parts in this book in which maybe it would have added a few more pages, but we could have let the text and the images kind of breathe, because we have this whole very chaotic section, which once you really start to sit there and look at it, you can kind of figure out what's going on. But just the way you have to try and wiggle your eye around the page trying to find where the actual story text is compared to the illustration. It's little things like that that I think, while the story is good, it could have been great. And it's just, I just really, really love the illustration style in the story it tells. It's just cute. And if there are any more of these coming, I will definitely be picking this up because it's beautiful. I love it. So those are all of my thoughts on this adorable children's books. I don't normally review books like this, but it was one of those books where I'm like, I need people to know about this. I need the research to get done. I need to spread the word. So that is what this is. Tell me down below if you plan on reading this book, or if you've read this book, what your thoughts are on any and all of it. And of course, if you want to see more content like this, subscribe, hit that bell, do all of the things, and I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.